Hey, welcome to Season 7, Episode 5. I'm Hunter Logan, of course. Who else would I be? Coming fresh off the trip from Nash, Vegas, and Mounteagle. It was a great trip. Of course, last episode I made the announcement of the new project I'm going to be doing. Well, new CD, not CD, new album, whatever you want to call it. I don't know if they call them CDs, albums. I'm doing it a little bit different, but I did do all new songs. I have 5 of them completed at the moment. My plan is to do 10 of those songs, and I'll tell you a little bit about that in this episode as well. I'll start with the trip, though. The trip going, I got my dad to drive with me. He did the driving. It was rainy the whole way. I don't like driving in the rain. I don't like the rain at all, especially don't like driving in it. And he doesn't mind, but he drove, and that was good for me. Now, we left Friday morning early. I got up about 3 o'clock. We got on the road about 4. Like I said, it rained all the way. When we got to Nashville, well, it started at 5. I got there around 5:30, I believe. But, of course, had to be dropped off, and my dad had to go find a place to park. And it's a good thing he was there, because if it would have been me, I would have kept on going. There's no way I would have parked 2.5 blocks away and then tried to carry my guitar in the rain. And I just said no. I would have had to politely continue on. Because it's like Bourbon Street all over again, and I ain't doing that. Did that long enough. Anyway, my dad dropped me off, and I got my guitar out and walked in. And they said, well, you'll be we'll get you to go on. There'll be 3 people in front of you. I'm like, that's fine. No worries. I'm not worried about anything. My plan, of course, was to come in, do a few songs. I told him no problem. I'm here to do a few songs, like you said, and I'll do some interviews. And then we're going to have to get on the road, because we were going to Mounteagle that night to spend the night over there. We'd have Saturday just to, relax. I needed to change the strings on my guitar. Didn't need to. I wanted to. So, we're just able to kick it a little bit, just relax. And I'd be able to practice a little bit more. I found out when we got there, the next day that Steve wasn't going to be able to make it. Steve Robertson was supposed to be with us. He wasn't able to make it. He had to work. But I was meeting Kristen and Cooter. Kristen Nicole and Cooter Daniels. They took us out to eat to a real fine place. It's called High Point. This home, which is now a restaurant, was actually owned by Al Capone's girlfriend. And he would go hide out there. It was one of his hideouts, believe it or not. But the food was fantastic. Oh, man, it was great. Great time visiting and great fellowship. And then they came on to the smokehouse with us, and she did some songs, her and Cooter, and it was great. So they took Steve's place there for a bit. It was just really a great time. Now, also got to see some friends from the last time that I was there, and the great folks from Power Source Magazine. They drove all the way across Kentucky. They were in Kentucky at a basketball game, and they drove all the way across Kentucky to the smokehouse to come see us. And I thought that was great. I really appreciated that. Like I said, it has been a while since I did music. Of course, I put the album out, The Prodigal, 24 songs. And now I figured that was it, for now. Most of you know the story about being shut up for 16 years and then God giving me the music again. I figured I might write some songs and try to pitch them to some artists, But not so. These songs that I'm writing, they're for me to do. And God has opened a few doors for me to go do it. One thing that is extra hard, though, I don't want to say extra hard. But now, I've mentioned this in a few episodes. One thing is being a DJ, for some reason, is almost like having a black spot on you. Like you're being blackballed. For some reason, radio stations don't want to play you. And you don't get considered an artist or respected as an artist from a lot of the artists that you play and from some of the organizations. It's just a fact. Why it's like that, I don't know. But it is. I know some other DJs who have radio programs who are artists, and it's the same for them as well. And that needs to change. That really does need to change. I think I might just advocate for that because it does. Like I said, I was an entertainer long before I was a DJ. Now, I wasn't doing it for the Lord, but I was an artist long before I did this. One thing I noticed, though, one thing I found out this weekend, I am not looking to go full-time into artistry again or be an artist. That time is come and gone. I really believe that. I don't think the Lord's calling me back to that. And this radio is a big part of how I reach the lost. But he's added the music again. And that's a part of it as well. Now, the first place I played in Nashville when I went down this weekend, it was a bar. It was a Doghouse Saloon on Music Row down there in Nashville. Now, I am not looking to go play in bars. I'm not. I don't like being in them. I don't. My chances to play are few and far between, though. And this was an opportunity. Now, they were doing Christian country in there, as well as country. They were. It's just how it was set up. Let me say this. I'm not going to go hang out in a bar. Just not, okay? But for whatever reason, this is how it was done. But I did Jesus. I could have easily did a song that didn't mention Jesus and did positive lyrics with it. It's not that I don't know any. It's not that I hadn't wrote any. I could have did that. I didn't. I did the new music that I got coming out, and I did Jesus. Let me tell you something. As soon as I went into first part of the chorus of the song, there ain't no right way to do the wrong thing. You know, if my heart had a backside, I'd kick it myself. As soon as I said that part of the song, the two bartenders stopped and turned around and looked. They were interested. We'll see what I'm saying. Now that song, that particular song, it doesn't redeem itself until the last chorus. So it could sound like a country song. But it tells you about Jesus. Another one I did, I think there was TikTok. TikTok, you on God's clock. But I didn't stray away. I didn't stray away from who I am and what I do. And I did that. I did a couple of interviews with some Christian country artists who were there because they did the same thing. They were doing Jesus. And then I went on to Mounteagle to the next place. Now, the Smokehouse Grill is a restaurant. They serve beer there. It's not a bar. It's a restaurant, whatever. It's a nice place. Beautiful place. A great place to eat. A great place to hear music, songwriters. A great atmosphere. It's family oriented. They serve Cokes and water and juice, and they got pies and pastries and food. I mean, it's a restaurant. Okay? We had a table. I had a table of guys come in. About 6 or 8 of them. A bucket of beer. They're just drinking. I had a table in front of me, a guy and a woman. He's drinking. And he says, man, can you at least do one Vern Gosdin song? Now, I love Vern Gosdin. In fact, when I worked at the Nashville Palace, I seen Vern quite a lot. He was very nice to me. Yeah, I could do some. But I told him, I said, oh, I can't do any Vern. I didn't say I didn't know any Vern. I wasn't lying. I just said I can't do any Vern. I wasn't there to do any Vern. I was there to do some Jesus. But you know what? Those folks stayed there and all the Jesus stuff I was doing because that's what I did. I did the Jesus songs. Them guys over there at that table, I don't know if they realized I was singing about Jesus. Because my songs aren't really Bible-thumping songs, but they mention Jesus. They mention what he can do and how he can change a life. But you know what? They stayed and they tipped. And so did the other couple. But here's the thing. Seeds were planted. Seeds were planted. And that's all we can do, folks, is tell people about Jesus. We can't save them. We can't save them. Only Jesus can do that. We didn't die on no cross for them. We're required to tell them about That's what we're required to do. And we did it. I did it through music, through a talent that the Lord gave me. And it was good for me because I realized, hey, I can still hold some attention. I can still hold people's attention with what I do. It was great because I'm going to tell you a secret, something I hadn't really shared with anyone. When you, for 10 years, promote other people in their music, and you don't do any of your music at all, and you don't do music, and you're constantly promoting others and their music, and then you get ready to come out and do yours, that'll shake your confidence a little bit. It can work on you. Devil will use that too. He'll use that, and it can shake your confidence. And it can mess with you in all kind of ways. And especially when some of the artists, you send them your music, say, hey man, I just wanted you to hear this, see what you think. You know, they listen to it, they don't answer. And then when they used to stop by, they don't stop by anymore. When they're passing through, they don't stop by anymore. And they don't talk to you. That's enough to make you wonder. But I don't wonder. It's, I'm doing this for the Lord. And it's just another tool in the toolbox. It's all it is. Another way to reach the lost. It's a talent that he gave me. And his gifts are truly without repentance. He shut him down for a bit. And I know why he did. He had to get some stuff out of me. And I didn't use it for him, the gift that he gave me, for a while. I prostituted it out to the world. But God restores. And I believe this time around it'll be better than ever. Got to write with some good writers Sunday. Got a great song started. It's going to be on the CD or on the album. It's going to be one of the ones that's going to make it on there. I'm looking forward to it. The album will be in September. That'll be the release. But I'll probably release a single in July. The first single will probably come out in July. But I'm going to tell you how I'm going to do it this time. I'm not getting any product printed. I'm not getting any of the album printed as in product. In other words, there's not going to be a jump drive. There's not going to be a CD of it. It's going to be a digital download only, and you'll have to go to the website to get it. It's going to be free. You won't have to pay for it, but it will cost you a subscription to my YouTube channel. I'm going to build my social media with that. So you can get a song. You can get any song off the CD. It won't cost you nothing. So whether you get one or the whole album, it won't matter. But it will cost you a subscription to my YouTube channel because I got to build up my social media. I need help. I need help on my YouTube channel. I got to get built. I got to get it up so I can start doing stuff on it. So that's how I'm going to do that with that new project. But I'm excited about it. And it was well received by people. And that's what I was excited about too. So that's how I know God's in it. There's going to be some more things coming up. I'm looking forward to it. Got some things in the works with some other folks. And I believe there's going to be some things that are going to happen. Before I go, if you don't know, Man on the Middle Cross, which came out of the Prodigal Project, which was one out of those 24 songs from the previous. Man on the Middle Cross got nominated for Song of the Year with the Inspirational Country Music Association. And I'm very grateful to that. In fact, I was just floored and shocked. We got nominated for Radio Station of the Year, and I got nominated for Radio Personality of the Year. Very grateful for that. But for Song of the Year, oh my goodness, I couldn't believe it. Oh, just another confirmation from the Lord above. And I'm just so thankful to all the folks who voted and all the folks who nominated. I just thank you. Thank the Lord Jesus. Man, it's just wonderful. Well, I know I laid some real stuff on you there, artist-wise, but had to get it out. I think I'm going to have to advocate for the DJs that are artists or DJs too. And They shouldn't have to go through all this. We shouldn't have to go through it. We should be able to be recognized as artists if we're truly artists. We shouldn't have to be penalized just because we are DJs. I mean, if anything, it should be celebrated more because we're doing a service for the other artists. Anyway, I'll leave it right there. Thanks for tuning in. Let some other folks know about Hunter Logan Unmiked. Let them know about HLE Radio as well. Hey, I really appreciate and love you. Share me if you can. I need subscriptions on my YouTube channel. You can help me out that way. I appreciate it. I'll see you next time. Be blessed.